Hey everybody, I wanted to make a video and talk about the user hardcandy. So you should already know, because that's me, that's who I am. Um, and you might notice in this video I look a little different. I look, maybe you can say softer. Uh, People will call this gay, and I'm not gay. But you can say whatever you want because I know who I am and I know what I am. Um, so a lot of people hate me. They don't know me, but they don't like my hair. And it's so funny. People hate me because of the way I look. They don't like my hair. They don't like my shirt. My own dad hates me. It's like, dude, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing that I'm not breaking any laws? I'm not doing anything that looks bad. I think that I look better this way. And the truth is that I do. And I look good the way I see myself. Um, at the end of the day, when I go home and you go to yours, uh, you aren't here, so I'm not gonna live my life for a way to make you uh, not hate me. And anyways, if you hate me, I don't want you to like me. I've had to deal with a lot of prejudice, lots and lots and lots and lots of prejudice. The thing about prejudice is those people are very immature. Um, when I go to Rite Aid and the ladies at the register are very rude to me, it's very immature, and it's totally fine. You know why? It's because when they're spending their 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, ringing up uh, items and groceries or whatever at Rite Aid, they can go ahead and take my money, um, because I'm only there for a short time. Anybody who wants to hate me can go ahead and hate me because I'm not going to be around you very much longer while you're working a 9 to 5 job. Go ahead. Just take my money and give me my merchandise. The other thing is people who hate you for the way you look, uh, they don't just hate you, okay, for other people that are like me. People that hate me don't just hate people like me. They hate lots of people and lots of things. They hate their neighbors, they hate the guys down the street, they hate people around the corner, they hate people at their job, and they just have a miserable existence. And for people who don't hate me and for people who are like me, and you are actually a better person, and people hate you. And the reason is because you're more content with yourself and you're happy with who you are. And people who hate other people and hate things that aren't bad, that aren't wrong, that aren't not good, uh, those people aren't happy with themselves. In their life, they're not content. Um, what I always want to know for people that hate other people, if it worries you so much what other people are doing, then what I always think is to suggest is what you should do is make your hate useful. At the border, there's some people called the Mexican drug cartel, and they will kidnap your children, they will sell them into prostitution, and they bring drugs into our country. But you know why that you won't tell them anything? The reason why nobody says anything to the Mexican drug cartels is because if you try and stop them, you will disappear. They will come to your house in America and kill you. Um, but you hate me because I like to look a way I think is pretty. You know, it's so wrong, and it really does hurt when people are mean. That lots and lots of people are mean. And what I want other people to know is that I'm gonna talk about that in a minute, but I just kind of wanted you to understand that I've been through some shit. I've been through a really hard time. You probably can't tell just by looking at somebody, but the stuff I've been through is really unfair and should not have happened to me. And you're just as normal as anybody else. And you know what? You're a better person for it. And people that hate you and people that treat you really bad, and I know there's a really high suicide rate for people like me. I totally get why. Um, but you're different, and You're gonna be fine. One day you'll be okay. Maybe right now you're not okay, and I know what that feels like, and I'm still going through it. Um, First time I was homeless, my family made me leave in 2007 because of looking like this. Um, the first time I didn't have anywhere to live was 2005. But it didn't have to do with being like this. But in 2007, I had to go live in pretty much downtown Los Angeles. I was totally innocent, and I didn't know anything about the world out there, and it's rough, really rough. But I did surprisingly well. But it was like it really discouraged who I was as my personality, my like character, my character. Like, I really allowed who my moral fiber, or whoever I felt like I should be proud to be, just was crushed. My younger brother hates me, and my mom just started coming around to say like, oh, okay, you're not a freak. 5 or 6 years later, and nobody will admit it, but they all treat you like less of a person to everybody. So I went through a really hard time out there, and then finally I got out of it. It is 2011, and I got my own apartment for the first time. I got robbed for almost $10,000 right before I moved here, and that guy was really stupid. And I'm just not gonna put it on video what's going on with that, but I was really screwed up because I really trusted this person, and I tried to help him, and I basically cared about him. I thought we were gonna go into some kind of business deal, and we were working out some money, and then he just took off my money. So I'm getting that handled, and it's just really stressful with all the other things going on in my life. It's just frustrating that somebody would do that to somebody else, and it's just really despicable. And they're in Los Angeles still, which I think is even dumber. It wouldn't matter where they went though, but that's just stupid. At the same exact time that happened, this guy that I really cared about, I really loved him. Uh, you know, he's somebody that I shouldn't have been caring so much about, but I did. And he really let me down a lot. Um, and I'm not going to talk so much about that. It's pretty personal, but it's just, I went through a lot this year, and then this past couple of months have been the worst. For some reason, things have just been falling apart. Uh, and it's not so much just the major things like you're having your heart broken and having everything you own stolen. But I was trying to make this video, and it's taking me about 2 hours to get the camera running. It's just it was working fine the hour before I decided to make this video. It's things are just going that way right now. It's just weird. It's just so weird. Uh, so anyways, I never expected to meet anybody else, but I did meet somebody really awesome. Uh, I totally didn't expect it. I thought I was just gonna be so hurt over what happened last time, and he surprised me with just being a really cool person, and saved me uh, unexpectedly. So that's another situation on all of its own, but that's a really good event that's happening in my life after so much bad stuff has happened. Um, and I kind of wanted to tell other people who are out here who might be like me. Um, and what I wanted to tell you is I know what it's like, and there's a high suicide rate. Um, but I know why. I know why that there's people in Norway that homicidal maniac who killed all those 90 people. I know how those people are created, and I know why you would kill yourself. And I just wanted you to know that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Um, and especially in high school, it's really bad. People have the hardest time That's with the highest suicide rate. And I'm not going to tell you that there isn't hope, um, because I know it feels hopeless. But you should know that um, when you do get through this, you are really, life is worth more. It's better. When I go outside, I still hate it. I hate going outside. I hate doing stuff. And I never had that feeling. But when I come home, I love my life, and I love who I am, and I love to just live. And so I want you to know that when you do get through that and you survive that horrible experience that's happening, and I've heard there's a group out there called It Gets Better Project, and it's a really cool project because we need that. I need that. Um, you know, I spent a lot of time alone, and only people being mean. And my own family, they tell you while you're growing up, be whatever you want, and we'll support you no matter what. And you're like, well, I'm gonna be a girl, and they're just like, get the fuck out of here. I never wanted to speak to you again, freak. It's like all my friends that I was friends with, I don't have a single one from before this I started. Just I don't even know what to call it. I just feel like I just changed clothes and I just think I look better. Um so the other thing is um the other thing is I chose the username hardcandy because there's a movie called that, and I just thought it was a really cool movie. So I wanted to that's the name. That's why I chose that name. My sister's name is Candy, but I don't know. I didn't mean to do that. It just ended up happening. But so that's kind of everything that I wanted to cover, and um, hopefully the video is going well this time. Please subscribe if you've been watching, um, and please post in the introduction form. So stay tuned, and we'll keep you posted.